You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, you guys. So, Ticket TV, we tapping on in, man. Got a new update for you guys on this whole Diddy saga surrounding Diddy. You guys remember that case, or I should say more, infamously, the allegations that was brought against Diddy, Biggie's son, C.J. Wallace, and that whole alleged Biggie Smalls incident with the producer Jonathan Hay. Now, basically, there has been some updates in that. Right now, out in the New York Post today comes an article. Basically, and the article says that the lawsuit that was accusing Diddy of grim sex assault with humiliating Biggie Small tribute clears legal hurdle. Now, according to this report, it says that Diddy and C.J. Wallace have more problems. This is a Los Angeles judge has now cleared the way for the bombshell sexual assault lawsuit against Diddy, along with the estate of the notorious B.I.G. and his son, Christopher C.J. Wallace, to move forward. Now, rejecting efforts to shut down claims of imprisoned music mogul assaulted a fellow music producer. Now, it says the ruling allows allegations to proceed that Diddy beat the plaintiff, Jonathan Hay, before forcing his manhood into the man's mouth during a 2020 studio session, according to court filings. Now, in an exclusive interview with the New York Post, Jonathan Hay described the decision as a big week in an otherwise ugly chapter of his life. Now, according to that lawsuit, Jonathan Hay alleged that Diddy supplied him with drugs, including ketamine, during a studio session before subjecting him to a humiliating and non-consensual sexual encounter involving the music mogul and a t-shirt once owned by the late rapper Biggie Smalls. Now, after allegedly finishing the sexual act, Diddy is accused of saying "Rest in peace, Big," before throwing the shirt onto Mr. Hay. A separate female accuser has previously described Mr. Combs' beefcake as a large Tootsie Roll, resembling of that. Now, Mr. Jonathan Hay further alleges that others connected to the project were aware of Diddy's disturbing behavior, and that C.J. Wallace, the son of the late great notorious B.I.G., Christopher Wallace, helped lure him into a trap, he says. He said he helped lure him into a trap. Now, the court records allege that Mr. Hay was masked, beaten, and then sexually assaulted, with Combs forcing his manhood into Mr. Hay's mouth. Now, the Los Angeles authorities opened a criminal investigation into the alleged incident last year. Hay said that he had been very excited to work on a project involving the late notorious B.I.G., who was gunned down in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles in 1997. Now, obviously, he said, "I'm a huge fan of the notorious B.I.G. That's the reason why we did this project to begin with," Hay said, "and it was an honor to work with the estate." He paused before adding, "and then Sean Combs comes along and makes it dark." Now, the judge's decision keeps alive Jonathan Hay's lawsuit against Diddy, several affiliated companies, Wallace, and entities tied to the rap legend's estate. Now, it says Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Michael E. Whitaker rejected most of C.J. Wallace's arguments for dismissal, allowing claims including sexual battery, false imprisonment, and emotional distress to proceed. Now, one claim alleging negligent supervision was dismissed, but the core of the lawsuit remains intact. Now, C.J. Wallace has been ordered to respond to the complaint by February 13th. Now, attorneys for, Christopher Wallace Jr. or C.J. Wallace and Sean Diddy Combs did not respond to requests for comment. Now, we've already known that Diddy and these guys have came out and denied all these allegations. Jonathan Hay is also the same guy, ladies and gentlemen, who has that investigation going on against Diddy, a criminal investigation. And so, let me pull this up real quick. Pull this up real quick. Okay. Okay, so as far as the criminal investigation is going, Remember, that is out in Los Angeles, the criminal investigation. Now, basically, there is an ongoing investigation. Now, Hay had reported the allegations to the police in Largo, Florida in September of 2025. That's where he resides. Now, this led to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department launching an active criminal investigation through the Special Victims Bureau in last November. Now, a detective contacted Jonathan Hay, and he has been cooperating, providing evidence like photos and videos from his collaborations. Now, as of the most recent reports, including the report we had this month that I just gave y'all right now, the LA authorities have an ongoing criminal probe into these claims. Now, Jonathan Hay has expressed hope that it could result in additional criminal charges against Diddy. Now, no new charges or major developments, such as arrests or indictments stemming from this specific probe yet have been publicly reported since the investigation's launch in late 2025. Now, Diddy's legal team has again denied all these allegations as false and defamatory, calling them meritless and part of a what they call media circus. Now, again, Jonathan Hay is standing by his claims, and now his legal case in the court just got some great news for him, man, as he's trying to push forward in his case. Now, here's the thing right here, right? A lot of things are going to depend on this criminal. Because remember, if they decide to charge Diddy and these guys, the criminal's going to come before the civil. So they're going to have to go to criminal court before the civil. Criminal's always before the civil if there's criminal charges filed. Now, again, he's trying to push to get those criminal charges filed. And that is going to work major in his favor if he does, get those criminal charges filed. And then especially if he's able to get in court, get in front of a judge and a jury, and basically convince the judge and the jury that, what he's saying, that Sean Diddy Combs and that CJ Wallace committed these heinous crimes that he's alleging that they committed. And so we're going to have to wait and see how that pans out, and if, he's able to have that opportunity, man. But, wow, I mean, just to say the least, man, this is one of them situations, y'all, where, again, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. You might as well go ahead and get used to that right now. It is not going to end well. This situation is going to be very messy. It's going to end up going through the courts. And, the fact that, you guys see that Diddy has to stand on the fact that he said he didn't do it, then that means he's going to have to stand trial potentially in this case, And I know he doesn't want to have to go through another criminal trial, especially in California in a different district on, different charges. It's going to look real bad. And, it might not end up the way he wanted to end up the next time. Diddy's trying to get out of prison in a couple of years. And so, he's trying to, make sure he gets out. And so this type of stuff right here is the type of stuff that'll keep you in. You guys let me know what y'all think, man. How y'all feel like this Diddy situation is going to pan out with Jonathan Hay, man? This is a very interesting situation between these two guys. Very, very interesting. I want to know how everybody feels on this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.